And so a lot of people are trying to figure out how this Antichrist system works. What does it mean living in the time frame of the Dajjal? And people are exhausting themselves, wearing themselves out, worrying themselves half to death, trying to figure out exactly what the secret is. But it's revealed to us in the scriptures. Okay? And he says in 7 and 27 of the Quran, Ina ja'alna ash-shayatina awliya'a lilladhina la yu'minuna. So Allah has constituted the evil ones, the shaitans, the opposers, as friends only to those without faith. Okay? So understand that these individuals, which is more than 2/3 of this earth who don't have faith, they depend on the devil. Let's look at the word wali, okay? Walia, where we get the word awliya, okay? Friends or patrons. So again, in the Arabic, he says, Inna ja'alna ash-shayatina awliya lilladhina la yu'minuna. And Allah has made the evil ones friends only to those without faith. Okay? Those who do not have faith have become close or near to the shaitans, and the shaitans have become close or near to them. We're going to look at the book of Revelations and show you a practical application of that, what that looks like. So let's look at this word walia, and it literally means in Arabic to be close, near, to follow, to be up to. So إِنَّ جَعَلْنَا الشَّيَاطِينَ أَوْلِيَاءَ لِلَّذِينَ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ. So we know that those people who do not have faith, Allah has allowed them to be what? Friends, helping friends, allies with, okay, the benefactors of the shayateen, okay, the shaitan. They are patrons, okay, friends, as we see here. The shaitans become their protectors, and also their what? Their master. So they have come under the protection and engaged themselves in friendship and are now owned by the shayateen. Okay? This is very important information to understand. While you're looking at the world and it doesn't make any sense, it actually makes perfect sense. Because as you will see, it is the people who do not have faith in the world today, who have all the resources and all of the money, and they're in the positions of power and advantage. And this is another indication of the Antichrist system at work. So the next word we have to look at in that particular statement that's said in the Quran, it says, Inna ja'alna ash-shayatina. So he's talking about the shaitans. Who are the shaitans? First of all, namely, the shaitans are the jinn. Okay? They are obstinate, perverted. Okay? And because of this obstinacy and this pervertedness, this perverseness, they have become remote or far away from the truth. Okay? And Allah has said that He has partnered them up. So look at it. Who do you see prospering even on social media? It's everybody that's about some perversion. And everybody that's what? Remote and very far away from the truth. Okay? And thus far away from the mercy of Allah. And so these are not just people who are themselves far away from truth and remote from the truth, but they also turn others away from it. And as a result, they burn with hatred and anger, and they're lost in that. Okay? They're insolent, rebellious ones, okay, from among the jinns. And then also human beings can what? They can be Satanized. Okay? And so what has Allah said about this relationship? وَجَعَلْنَا بَيْنَهُمْ مَوْبِقًا. And Allah has also made for both of them a what? Common place of perdition. So what does that look like in real time? It looks like not being able to buy or sell. Okay? You will not come into the greater part of commerce in this world. You will not be one of the great ones, not one of the imporos on the sea, as we read about in the Bible, unless you've got that mark, okay, which is the name or the purpose of the beast, okay, or the number of his name, unless you're involved in one of these cliques or groups that serve his purpose. Okay, we know the beast is working for the what? We know that the beast is working for the shaitan. And so what is he talking about? That mark, that engraving. Unless you have within your soul that what? That stamp, that sign. What is the sign? Lawlessness and perversion, obstinate perversion, wickedness. This is the sign. This is the mold of those who are marked. It's not just an outer thing, but it's an inner thing within their heart. They're marked in their passions. They're marked in their desires. They're marked in their ambitions. They're marked in their identity, how they see themselves, because they see themselves in the light of one who opposes truth. They are remote from truth and far away from truth. And this is that mark. Okay? So unbelief is their passport into the greater entities of this satanic world. It is their identification. They have taken on the inner and the outer image of the beast. Why? Because they have worshiped. And whenever we worship something, we begin to take on the characteristics of that we worship. Remember that the word worship in Hebrew literally also means to transform. And that is what is taking place with these people who are marked by that brand. When you see a brand, you don't even have to ask who made it. You know already, right? You recognize it. It's an identification marker. Okay? And you will see this. You will know the tree. You will identify the tree by its fruits. So those who are marked, you will know them because they have taken on the exact impression and likeness of the shaitan, of the opposer. Okay? And they will also what? Reflect this in their inner character. So we're talking about a transformation of the heart. The faculties, okay? We've been warned about this mark. The beast will emerge and place a mark on the people's faces. And he says that they will be plentiful among you. Okay? Thumma yagmuruna fikum. The mark, the stencil, just like we see in the Greek. Okay? And this indicates the finality that is combined with perfection and continuations of its what? In this case, curses. We will be surpassed and submerged, overwhelmed with people who are full of this bewilderment. And this is going to cause a lot of distress and difficulties, the same that we're seeing in the world today.